Hi guys. Hello everyone. So welcome back to my channel. My name is Kemi-ing and we're back to real life issues with Kemi. Yeah, so today we'll be talking about fasting. Yes. Fasting, so that's more about food, nutrition, and how to manage this fasting period. So it's so good. Well, coincidentally, the Lent and the Ramadan are happening concurrently, so that gives us so this is going to benefit both the Christians and the Muslims. So I'm not segregating it. So welcome back everyone. How are you all doing once again? And so as I was saying, we're talking about fasting, and what we want to talk about fasting is what fasting does to the body, the benefits of fasting, and so much more. So let's go. Yeah, so what is fasting? Fasting is willing abstinence from food, drink, or both. That is willing abstinence. So if you decide not to eat, or because you don't eat because there's no money for food, then it's not fasting. So fasting is that you're willing to go through the process, either for health benefits, that is you want to lose weight or you want to manage your weight, or for religious purposes as it applies now, that is for Lent and for Ramadan. So whatever the case may be, it has to be willing. But if it's not, probably you just forgot to eat, then it's not fasting, it's just an hunger strike. Right? Okay, so what does fasting do to the body, or what is even fasting to begin with? So fasting is like I said, you're willing to stay away from food for a period of time. Yes, for a period of time, because we all can't continue to stay away from food, right? I particularly like food. So now, what does fasting do to your body, or better still, what happens to your body during fast? Now let's note that fasting, when you're fasting, your body does not have access to the regular source or the usual source of energy, which is the foods you eat, that is the rice and the bread and the yam and the potatoes and all that. So the body is forced to produce energy from other sources. So that is what happens in fasting. That is, your body now goes through its own mechanism of generating energy, either through gluconeogenesis, that is the conversion of non-carbohydrates into energy, or what we call ketosis. Yeah. So that means the body now begins to rely on the stored fat in the body, wherever it may be stored, either under your abdominal fat or your arms. You know, they used to call this thing, what's it called now? What's that word? I can't remember. So when you have people who have this really big dangling fats under their arms, so that is, the body begins to now convert the stored fat in our body. So this is what happens during fasting. So now, usually at the initial stage of the fast, your body begins to react somehow. You begin to feel headaches, you begin to feel dizziness and all sorts. This is because you're not experiencing low blood sugar. That is, you would normally at breakfast have had yam and eggs, or bread and eggs, or cereal. Now no longer getting this instant sugar from the foods you're eating. So now your body has to start this process of generating its own energy, or producing its own energy from the stored fat, or from the stored nutrients you have in your body. So now at the initial stage, like I said, you begin to feel dizzy, you have headaches and all sorts. But then as the time goes on, your body begins to adjust to this process, and then you see that you no longer feel this dizziness and headaches. Now this is also the same thing that applies to you when you go through exercise, or when you begin an exercise. You notice that you begin to have aches all over your body. You have joint aches, you have joint pains and all that. And then as the time goes on, as you stay consistent to the process, then you begin to feel less of this pain and less of this ache. That is, the body is now accustomed to the process. So this is the same mechanism that applies to your body when you fast. That is, when you go through fasting. When you go through fasting, your body is a bit, you're calm. you're not stressed, because of course you do not have the energy to run around to do the usual exercise you normally do. Then it also helps your body to now adapt and cope, and helps you to be stronger at the end of the fasting. So usually at the end of a fasting period, you have a stronger cells, you have stronger immunity, and then your metabolism functions better. So now let's begin to talk about the benefits of fasting. We'll take this one after the other. So the first benefit of fasting is that it helps to detoxify your body. Yes, it helps to get rid of the toxins in your body. Of course, because you're not taking in all these artificial, and of course you're not taking in all the foods. Your body goes through this natural process of detoxifying itself, and also helps you to get rid of inflammation. Now, another second benefit of the body of fasting is that it helps you to gain a natural, it keeps you fit. Yes, so to say, it keeps you fit because you are lighter, so you can move better, you can walk better. And then another very important benefit, which some people may argue, but which is true, is that when you fast, your brain works better. Actually, yes, your brain works better, and there's a science to it. During fast, because your body has now adapted to producing its own energy, more protein is produced during fast, which also helps to produce nerve cells, neurons, which carry information to the brain. So during fast, your cognitive function works better, and then you have better memory. Yes, this has been proven scientifically that when you fast, all these things happen in your body. Another very important benefit of fasting it helps to reduce the risk of obesity, other chronic diseases such as heart diseases, cardiovascular diseases such as diabetes and hypertension. Hypertension, which is as a result of high blood pressure, has been linked to so many cardiovascular diseases and heart diseases. Yes, cardiovascular and heart diseases are kind of the same. So my point is that when you fast, your blood pressure reduces. Of course, it has to be, if it's someone who normally has a low blood pressure, who is hypotensive, when you're fasting, you should consult your doctor, because usually fasting further reduces your blood pressure. So you need to consult your doctor before you do that. But then for people who have high blood pressure, who have hypertension, it is advised that they do intermittent fasting, because during this period, their blood pressure reduces. Another very healthy benefit is the reduction in your blood sugar level. These are for diabetes. For people who are diabetic, of course, by the time they reduce their because they are fasting, their blood sugar level reduces, which also at the point in time helps them to reduce the likelihood of them developing severe conditions as a result of this diabetes. Another benefit of fasting, as you know, which is intermittent, which people normally, one example which people normally do, which is intermittent fasting, is that it helps you to reduce your body weight. For people who want to lose weight, they usually turn to intermittent fasting to achieve that. But then, let us take note that fasting at a time can also lead to weight gain. Why do I say this? There has been this joke about, towards the end of the fasting period, you begin to see pictures of people waiting patiently for the time to break the fast to come, and then so that they can combine all these foods in one meal. No, doing that on its own can lead you to gain more weight even at the end of the fasting period. So that is, if you check your weight at the beginning of this fasting period, you might even find out that at the end of the fasting period you've gained more weight. Why? Because you've been eating even more that you would normally eat for dinner. What am I trying to say? So for example, on a normal day, you would have had cereal for breakfast, you would have had rice for lunch, and then you would have had a light meal, maybe potatoes for dinner. But then, because you're breaking your fast, you then decide to combine the two meals at into one, so that you can recover all that you've lost in the time of the fast. No.
You can be prosecuted for that.
Note that this means that you are accumulating all the nutrients and you're accumulating the calories at that time, which, take note, is at the end of the day already, and your metabolism has reduced. So that means that when you accumulate, or when you consume all this food at once, there's a tendency that at the end of the day you still gain more weight than expected. Yes. Another healthy point to take note of during fast is that you should take adequate water. Note that during the fasting period, at least for Christians, which may be flexible at times, that you're allowed to drink water. Whenever you feel dehydrated during the fast, please take a glass of water so that you can regain your strength once again. Note that the fasting period is a connection, is a communication between you and your God. It helps you to, it brings you, the point of it all is to bring you closer to your God or to your Creator. But then you should not ignore your body, whatever your body is telling you. You should not ignore, because your body will always give you signs. Whenever you notice during a fast that you do not feel as you should feel, please take a break, either by taking a water or by you taking a snack. So, with these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you that fasting has its own benefits to your body. So, if you are someone who normally would not take a fast, you should consider it once in a while to take a fast, because it has its own benefits on your body. The first one being that it helps to detoxify your body, it improves your immune system, it helps you to feel lighter, it also improves your brain function. So, thank you all for listening, and I hope you've learned one or two things. The comment section is open for you to give in your comments and also to give feedback on this video. If there is also any other thing you'd like me to research on and talk about, I'll be glad to do so. And so till next time, when I'm back with another exciting, healthy content for healthy living, I remain Kemi, and bye.